Have you ever found yourself literally staring at a screen, manually counting days on a calendar just to figure out an employee's exact tenure? Or maybe you're trying to calculate how many actual working days you have left until a massive project deadline? Man, if you have, you already know the pain of manual time tracking. It's tedious, it's so prone to human error, and frankly, it's a massive drain on your most valuable resource, your time. So let me ask you, do you need to calculate employees' service years, figure out working days, or maybe just get your spreadsheet to display today's date automatically? Well, if the answer is yes, you are in exactly the right place.
Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through this today. We're going to be focusing on a specific set of tools that are essentially your ultimate time-saving heroes, and that is Excel's date and time functions. Now, these aren't just your basic formulas. They are dynamic, incredibly powerful features built right into Excel that take all that heavy lifting out of managing dates and timeframes. So, if you're looking to really transform how you handle data, you're going to love the tools we're unpacking today.
Okay, let's dive into this and look at our roadmap. Today we'll be covering automating time in Excel, capturing the present moment, calculating time differences, managing working days, and finally, we'll put it into practice. Starting off with Section 1, Automating Time in Excel. To give you a little context on why this matters so much, consider these 4 specific fields. If you're generating HR reports, you know you need constant updates on employee statuses and work anniversaries. For loan schedules in finance, calculating precise interest over specific date ranges is absolutely critical. In attendance tracking, you need exact logs of who was where and exactly when. And of course, in project management, well, your entire world revolves around timelines and deadlines. These Excel functions are total game changers for professionals across all these fields because they replace manual math with instant, reliable automation.
Moving right along to Section 2, Capturing the Present Moment.
The very first formula we're adding to your toolkit today is remarkably simple, but wow, is it powerful. It's the today function. You literally just type equals the word today and then an open and closed parentheses. That's the whole shebang. What this does is return the current date. But here's the real magic. The result automatically updates every single day. So if you save your spreadsheet today and open it back up next Tuesday, that cell is going to automatically change to next Tuesday's date. Think about the everyday problem solving here. If you manage daily reports, having the Today function right at the top of your sheet means your date header is always accurate, without you ever having to manually type it out again. For age calculations, whether that's the age of an inventory item or a person, tying a birthday to the Today function means that age is dynamically calculating every single day. And for due date tracking, you can set up formatting to flag a task the exact moment the deadline matches today's date. An auto-updating date is absolutely crucial for keeping your data relevant in the present tense. But hey, sometimes the date alone just isn't enough, right? You need a little more precision. That is exactly where our second function comes in, the now function. Typed out as equals NOW, open and close parentheses. This one steps things up a notch. It returns not just the current date, but the exact current time as well. And this brilliantly illustrates the subtle but really vital distinction between the two. Today is strictly for the current calendar date. Now gives you the current date plus the precise current time. When you use now, every single time your worksheet recalculates or you open the file, the exact minute and hour updates. So why does this added precision matter? Because for certain tasks, a date is just way too broad. Look at these applications: activity logs, timestamp reports, and monitoring updates. If you've got multiple people working in a shared document and you need to monitor exactly when an update was made, or maybe you're logging the exact moment a customer service ticket was resolved, you need that timestamp. The now function provides that essential to-the-minute precision.
All right, on to Section 3, Calculating Time Differences.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the micro-narrative we can build. Let's say we have an employee whose joining date was January 1st, 2020. Today's date is January 1st, 2025. We want to know exactly how long they've been with the company. Look at the formula. Equals DATEDIF, then we select our start date in cell A1, our end date in B1, and then in quotation marks, we drop in the letter Y. That Y tells Excel we want the result calculated in complete years. And the result? Exactly 5 years. It calculates the absolute difference between those two dates perfectly. No counting on your fingers required. You can immediately see why this function is an absolute lifesaver. For HR professionals, calculating employee service years for benefits or anniversaries, boom, completely automated. For sales and marketing, you can instantly see the exact customer relationship age, literally how many years someone has been buying from you. And for finance, calculating precise loan tenure over years or months is instantaneous. It completely eliminates the guesswork of calculating historical timeframes.
Next up, Section 4, Managing Working Days.
Because, let's face it, businesses generally don't operate 365 days a year without a break. When we talk about planning, we need to look at working days. Excel defines these as the days between a start and an end date that explicitly exclude weekends. If you have a project that takes 10 days, but those 10 days span across a Saturday and Sunday, standard subtraction just isn't going to cut it. You need a formula that actually understands the standard work week.
Let's move to the next step and see how this builds into our final major tool, the NETWORKDAYS function. Take this example. We have a start date of January 1st and an end date of January 31st. If you just subtracted those, you'd get 30 days. But by using the formula equals NETWORKDAYS and selecting the start date in A1 and end date in B1, Excel automatically strips out all the Saturdays and Sundays in that month. The result gives you strictly the working days only. And the best part? You didn't have to glance at a calendar once to count those weekends manually. The real-world applications of NETWORKDAYS are just immense. When HR is doing leave calculations, they need to know how many actual working days an employee missed, not calendar days. When project managers are building timelines, they need to know exactly how many business days a team has to complete a milestone. And for office productivity tracking, measuring output against actual working days is really the only way to get accurate performance metrics. This formula is a massive time saver, for sure. And finally, Section 5, Put it into practice.
Here's a quick checklist for you, and I highly encourage you to test out your new superpowers in a spreadsheet as soon as we finish here. Try to display today's date using the Today function, then step it up a bit and display the current time with the Now function. Next, calculate years of service using DATEDIF to find the difference between a past date and today. And finally, map out a hypothetical project by calculating the working days between two dates using NETWORKDAYS. Seriously, get your hands dirty with these formulas. It's the best way to learn.
So the crucial point is this. These functions are not just neat little spreadsheet tricks. They are absolutely essential for efficiency in HR, banking, accounting, and honestly, all forms of business reporting. Mastering them means automating the mundane stuff so you can focus on the actual important work. And once you've got these locked down, you'll be perfectly prepped for our next explainer, where we'll be tackling the incredibly popular VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP functions. I want to leave you with one final thought to ponder as you close out this explainer and open up your spreadsheets. Look at your workload. Look at the reports you run and the timelines you manage. How much time will you save this week, now that Excel is doing the heavy lifting and managing your calendar for you? My guess is it's going to be a lot. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay focused, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.
Thanks for listening.